Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IAC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You may find us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Got a podcast. We're making a few changes, so we don't have it going on right now, but it will be very, very soon. We're really excited about that as well. I have my friend Doug McGee with me, and he's with Second Chance Animal Shelter. They're located in Boaz. You're also located in Crossville. You're located everywhere. I mean, these guys are located like right smack dab in the middle of all of three different counties, I think.
That's right, close to Etowah, Marshall, and DeKalb, right within walking distance, actually, of all three counties.
Well, lucky me, you're actually in DeKalb County. So, which worked out for me with it because I took the Master Gardener's class through Auburn University, and we had to do some volunteer work. And I said, oh my goodness, I'd love to work with Doug and Wanda, but I think they're in Marshall County. And then I called Wanda or talked to Wanda, and she said, no, we're in DeKalb. Come on.
Yeah, we're close. And actually, years ago, this family's farm was in both counties, but now the family sold some land, so now it's all in DeKalb.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. You know, we were talking a show a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago maybe, and this is about the shot that could actually change the world and dynamics on how dogs are being fixed. A lot less pain, a lot easier on the animal.
A whole lot.
Information about that?
Yeah, we went to our veterinarian. I got the information mailed by one veterinarian who doesn't do surgeries at all. And I can't remember the name of the drug, but it starts with a Z. But anyways, an injectable shot. It's for neutering male dogs. And I can't imagine it's not catching on. I know in other areas of the country it is, but the veterinarian that we went and talked to about it was not familiar with it. And the reason being, when he goes to continuing education, he's going for, like if he has a veterinary practice tailored towards accidents or fixing bones, his continuing education goes, so he doesn't get the new updates on spays and neuters and reproductive stuff. So, but it's an injection. Two injections, neuters a dog for life. Side effects are, so far, I haven't heard of any side effects. I mean, it says very minimal, no downtime. The dog doesn't have to be put to sleep. And by that, I don't mean euthanized. I mean sedated. Mm-hmm. They said virtually painless. It's just I can't imagine. And the cost, I don't know how to put this gently, but the cost is $1. Well, originally the cost of $1 per testicle is how it was done. But now I think for less than $25, they can take them in. It's a 10-minute procedure. Dogs in, dogs out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't believe. Now I think in other areas of the country, it's becoming catching on a lot more. Other countries like England and places like that, it's becoming a lot more popular. But that to me would be awesome.
So that's the first. As soon as Buddy was old enough, we had Buddy fixed, and he had a little bit of pain. I mean, it wasn't really, really bad, but I'd like to know he didn't have any pain and no discomfort.
Well, I read an article. I got information sent to me by a veterinarian, and he was saying that things said like 2% of the dogs showed any sign of discomfort when they were getting the injection. Mm-hmm. I mean, because apparently it's a very small needle. I'm not sure what gauge. I can't remember what gauge it was, but it just is one of those things that, and I know there may be resistance on veterinary organizations because of the low cost. You know, the veterinarians, I mean, they're good hearts, everything else, but it's a business. And if you're making $150 for a regular neuter and $25 for the injectable neuter, from a business standpoint, I don't know. And there may be resistance from these organizations because they don't want, the veterinarian has to make money. And if that cuts into the funds, I don't know how, I just don't know. I hate to think that the world's ruled by money, but I'm pretty convinced it is.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yes, I see that. So I don't know, but I would really like to pursue that and find a veterinarian. A veterinarian has to be certified to give this injection because you have to do it right. Joe Schmo or whatever can't go out and give his dog these shots. It has to be done by a veterinarian, done correctly.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, if it does, it's got like a 99% effective rate, and the side effects are less. Everything is just it's a win-win if we can get that kind of going.
Yeah, I wish we could. We just need to get that word out. Now, there's a veterinarian, and I had some information on him. It's somewhere on my desk. I don't know where exactly it is, but he does everything natural. He's somewhere in this area. I think he's somewhere in DeKalb County.
In High Falls, I'm almost positive it's High Falls. Dr. G is the veterinarian, and we work with him a lot. He's a really good. I mean, he got a lot of information of holistic kind of cures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I bet he'd be interested in doing it. I mean, because he seems to be about the animal big time.
Yeah, and I don't know though if there's I don't know. It'd have to be one of those have to find out if he would. I don't think he does surgeries at all, so I really don't know where. We have to figure that one out. Go talk to him and find out. But I mean, I would let. He's actually the one that sent the information because I asked him. We got talking about it, but I don't know if he does. Spaying, neutering, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So. But if he looks at everything on the ballistic side, I think that's a pretty good sign.
Oh, absolutely. Because there are so many cures for even animals. Like I think a lot of his animals are old with arthritis and inflammation and things. And there's a lot of cures for that you can that are natural. I mean, so many that, I know somebody gave their dogs. And it was recommended by a veterinarian. It wasn't Motrin. It was anti-inflammatory because their dog had arthritis. So they treat it just like we do people. And like the fish oil and stuff, I think that dogs respond well to that. Why take them to a vet and buy a $100 prescription and put them through all this whatever when there's a natural cure for so many things? Mm-hmm. And I wish more vets were like that.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed I'm not coughing as much as I used to, because I have asthma. And so I have found a recipe, and I just had a show on it the other day, and it's homemade decongestant. And you use raw honey and lemon juice, radishes, red onion, and garlic. And you put these ingredients together and put them in your blender. And it only keeps about 2 weeks because it's an all natural thing. So I've been taking this every day, and I'm not coughing.
I don't mean to smile on that because, I mean, I do. My grandmother had her homemade cough syrup, and it had honey, lemon juice, and whiskey. Now, it was, and I can remember, we went to church every Sunday when I was growing up. My grandmother had this little flask. I don't know who got it, but that flask went to church with her on Sundays, and we used to joke about it because you might get a cough at church or whatever. And not that my grandmother was any kind of.
You can't get drunk off of that. The people who talk about that are the people who'll take NyQuil. Look at the ingredients on NyQuil. Mm-hmm. I mean, it has alcohol in it. I mean, it's pretty potent too. It's like 30% or something like that. It's ridiculous how much it has in there. So don't send me messages about that, guys. So, but anyway, this doesn't have it for the people that, are Southern Baptist. You're not going to get drunk off of this for sure. But
I never noticed my grandmother coughing. I mean, she must have taken that cough medicine all the time because I never heard her cough.
Yeah. And she lived out in the country probably. Like we do. That's just a hazard of living out in the country. You're out in the open. You breathe in fresh air. You breathe in everything too. If somebody has been burning trash or something, I'm breathing that in as well. So that's the only thing I don't like about living out in the country. But everything else I love. But if we do better with homemade remedies of stuff, and it's all natural, like ginger is great for you. Ginger. And so I try to sneak some of this stuff into Buddy and Greenlee's food.
So ginger, what's of course, blueberries, they say, are just a natural I mean, they're just very good. Certainly, and I think we've lost a lot of that. So many foods are processed now and all this. I think that as a world, we really need to get back to some of for our treatment and our health as well as the animals' health.
I'm uncovering it. I'm doing search, and I'm uncovering all this stuff. Did you know that you can make tea from the leaves of a blueberry tree?
No, I wonder
Yeah,
how it tastes.
it turns out good. It kind of tastes like green tea, but now the leaves can't be green. The leaves need to start turning red. Like right now is the perfect time of the year. Just
So
as they're starting, just parts of the leaves starts turning red. That's where all the antioxidants are. So I've been making I've been making tea out of blueberry leaves.
yeah, see, and once again, they got animals. I mean, everybody worries about their animals. You know, okay, a dog eating roadkill. I've seen them do it a million times. Mom always said, if your body's craving something, there's something that you need. So if you crave chocolate, you need to eat it because your body needs.
Oh, I crave chocolate all the time, Doug.
There must be something you need in it. Now there has to be a limit, but you know, dogs. I think if the same way. I mean, they eat things that don't eat that. You can't let them eat this, but
Yeah.
they'll eat it. And I just don't know. I don't know. I'd love to know a lot more about the holistic approach to treating animals and animal diets, because I think just like us, I think we could benefit from one thing. Um, Somebody said Guinness beer was a good cure for heartworms.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we have 42 dogs at our shelter with heartworms, and that's an expensive treatment. It's very hard on them. We have to take them, get injections, and all this. And you start reading these old cures, and they say give them so much Guinness beer, and that'll prevent heartworms. I'm not sure I want to try that, but where did that start, and why Guinness? Because it always says Guinness. I've looked at it online, but why certain types of beer are supposed to be good for prevention of heartworms? And in the South, I mean, I don't know. But once again, is that real, or is that just a made up legend? Who knows?
Well, I'll tell you something. We feed our dog Buddy and our cat Greenlee every month, once a month, right at the very first of the month. I feed them just a touch of ivermectin,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's for horses. And I'll tell you, COVID, people were taking ivermectin when they had COVID. I know it's made for horses, and I took a lot of joking about that. People were saying, "When are you going to start neighing?" You know, because I took, and I'd say, "Shut up! I'm healthy, and you're not." So anyway,
Let's give me carry you to the barn. Jump on my back.
yeah, I got those jokes. I got rid about that a lot. But what I do is I give Greenlee and Buddy just a bit, because that whole tube is for a horse. I mean, they're big. So just a little bit. I'm talking not even a quarter of a teaspoon. And I give Greenlee more like an eighth of a teaspoon. Just a drop, just the size of a pea.
For us, you can buy the heartworm preventative in the pills and all, and that's $18 a month, pretty much. It's for times 300. That's a lot of money. Ivermectin, we've used it forever, and it takes so little. Normally, it's 1/10 of 1 cc per 100 pounds. So, I mean, that's not much. So, if you got a 40-pound dog, 4/10, just a tiny drop. And we've done that for years. And when we get a dog in, now we have to be careful, because if a dog already has heartworms, it can hurt them. But if they don't have heartworms, that's a great way we prevent heartworms. Go through and just shoot it down their mouth, be done with it. I mean, it's just a cheap, for a shelter especially. Some people, once again, the veterinary world, some of them say, "Oh, don't do that. It's bad on their organs." But I don't know. I think heartworms are worse on their organs than.
I think so too. And it's bad on their pocketbook if you're not buying their high priced stuff.
That's it.
But now you can get the store brand as well. Tractor Supply has a store brand, and Buddy kind of he can taste it a little, because he's picky. He can detect medicine real easy. He never detects this. So what I do is I mix it in with his food and he eats it.
One thing though, if you got to be careful, and before I did that, I would research it. There's one for swine and one for horses. You don't want to get the one for swine. We've been told that by veterinarians. The one for swine has a different chemical makeup. For horses, and we use it. I mean, that's something that we've gone through. And when a dog, every month, try to give them that monthly heartworm preventive. Heartworms in the South are so prominent. I mean, like I said, 42 dogs out of 278 dogs have heartworms. We treat them, they recover, everything's great. But dogs in the South, especially Alabama, Mississippi, it seems like heartworms are just a prominent. And if you
Well,
ever
I'm
go
glad
to
you're
Arkansas,
listening,
one look
because
at a
Buddy
whole
really is, he's a lot healthier. Doug, we went past the break. We're going to have to go
Oh,
into a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
We're back from the commercial break. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna. I am your host, and you can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, which is syndicated all over the country. You can find us there, even in the world. So you can find us on Apple and Amazon Fire as well. So we're Roku. Don't forget Roku. But anyway, it's just a good way to see us, and on all the social media sites. I mean, I'm on Facebook, all of them, YouTube, what have you. So we're on those. Doug McGee is with me, and he's with Second Chance Animal Shelter. Doug, let's talk about the world of volunteers. Could you guys use some volunteers right now?
Volunteers are, in the past, they've been the icing on the cake. But then you get, every now and then, we'll get some that stick around, and they become part of the cake. We've got half a dozen volunteers that come on a regular basis. And one lady comes 3 nights a week, works from normally 5 to 9:30, cleaning kennels. And I'll never see her. I saw her last night. Every now and then you'll run, because she's coming in when we're going home. Mm-hmm. And she loves it. I mean, I tell her thank you every time I see her, but you never see her because she likes working by herself. She loves to clean, and that's what she does. She goes from kennel to kennel. She's by herself most of the time. And she'll come in when you see her, and she's covered in sweat. But that's what she did. That's her volunteer thing. So probably 14 hours a week, she's here cleaning kennels, and she loves it. We have other volunteers.
Yeah, but I got to say something. Real quick. She has to have the safest job ever. Nobody would ever come in and attack her with all those dogs.
No. Yeah, she's safe. And she's been doing it for several years now. And she's like the quiet volunteer that really makes a difference. And then we have one man that comes in and takes hundreds of pictures over the years, thousands over the years, pictures of dogs, and does a lot of the work on our Facebook page. We have volunteers come every day that help clean. We had a tree that fell down on the fence, and we actually was going to hire a company to clean it. A guy shows up and had a chainsaw, and he come out and he volunteered and cut the tree down. I mean, so that cost saved us money, which we greatly appreciate. And he likes using the chainsaw. If you like animals, but don't just want to be right in there with them, cleaning kennels and all that, don't let that deter you from coming out. You came out and fixed our rose garden and worked on the plants. Everything, it's like a farm, and there's a whole lot more to do here than just taking care of dogs. So yes, if you want to come volunteer, and don't worry. I mean, we've got a certain number of employees. We always have to have a certain number of employees just to keep a base. So you won't be replacing a person's job or anything like that, but you can supplement it and make a big difference. Right now, we got a floor that I'm sitting on that's got soft. I don't know why, but there's a soft spot. I could do it, but I'm not much of a carpenter. So maybe we'll find a volunteer that can come out and help us put a floor in. We buy the materials, they do the work. It benefits. I mean, it's just a charitable. I mean, we need volunteers. Excuse me. I want to talk about one more thing. Several years ago, about 3 years ago, I started collecting aluminum cans, and I figured out that there's 32 cans in a pound of cans. So every aluminum can is worth about a penny and a half. Mm-hmm. So every time we took them, we get bags of cans, we'd take them up. Right now we're at 34,000 cans that we've taken in the last few years. And I got to thinking, how about what would 1 million cans? If we collected 1 million cans, it would be $15,000. And of course, it's not all coming in at one time. So I was talking to a lady, and she came up with a program. We want to call it Green Steps for Shelter Pets, and asking people to save their aluminum cans. There's a difference in aluminum and tin. Excuse me, I need some of your medicine. But anyways,
I can find it.
And our goal, and it's going to be long term. I don't want to have to go out and pick up a bag of aluminum cans for people much, but the goal is 1 million cans. And at the end of that, we'll think of what we would have done for the environment, for Mother Earth, which is the ultimate shelter for all of us, is Earth, the planet. So we've done good for the planet. We've also got some over the process raised $15,000 for animals, for the shelter pets. And like I said, if it takes 10 years, that's okay. But I'm tracking all of our aluminum cans now, and I want to shoot for 1 million cans. So if anybody has a social organization, church or whatever, and they want to save aluminum cans, we'll take them. We'll haul them to the recycling lot. And I just think it'd be a neat, before I die, I would like to think somehow we're responsible for 1 million cans being recycled, and in the process, make $15,000 for the shelter. So,
I think that's an awesome idea. So, folks, you heard that. You heard it. So, if your church or organization would like to help in any way, just get in contact with Doug. And
yeah, get in touch with us, and we can help. And once again, now the logistics of it, you don't want to drive 40 miles to get a Walmart bag full of cans. You got to think fuel and all that, but why not? And if you're going to throw it away anyways, just put it aside, collect it, bring it up here when you're by. And I just love to see if we could do it. Right now, we're 3.4% of the things, 34,000 based on 32 cans per pound. I just think it was just, I don't know, just one of those crazy ideas. And her name was perfect. It's called Green Steps for Shelter Pets. And she lives over in Jackson County, Langston, and she's kind of wanting to get this started. We'll kick it off officially. I just think it would be a neat thing to do. Why not? You know, Mother Earth needs a little help clean up, and people in Alabama tend to throw a lot of cans on the side of the road. So, you know, let's not throw them on the side of the road. Let's get them recycled and benefit the shelter and the planet.
Now, what about tin cans? Does it have to be aluminum cans?
Well, we'll take tin cans too. We have to separate them, and they're a lot different. They would sell at the same price that steel does. So tin is normally $8 for 100 pounds. So it's not going to be. Well, hey, if we get them, we'll go through them. We got a little can smasher. So some of these people doing community service, something may smash them down. But tin cans, which is what would come in normally soup and vegetables and stuff like that, comes in tin cans. If we get them, we'll deal with it, but we really want to focus on aluminum. More money.
Aluminum would be better.
Oh, yeah.
Smash them down. And it'd be really neat, too, if people would just go ahead and just smash them and then put them in a bag for you guys.
Absolutely. It makes a lot less space. We've got a good storage place, and what we do, whenever we get a van load, we run them up there. And the last load was $185 and some change. So, and aluminum is down right now price-wise, so they would have been better had it been back up to the 50 cents a pound. So, hey, I'm just throwing that out there. If you go out in your garage today and see 10 bags of aluminum cans that you just, whatever, hey, we'll take them. We'll take them, store them, we'll haul them to the scrapyard and benefit everything.
Now, are you guys going to have any kind of an auction or anything like that? Do you have any items that you'd like to start auctioning off? You looking at that?
We actually we're going to open a thrift store, and the money involved in getting started was just too much. We couldn't do it. Found a great location, so we're going to do an online marketplace, all that kind of stuff. We're just starting. The goal is by the 21st of this month, because people bring things here all the time. Say, hey, I've got this. This morning, somebody brought a small refrigerator, and we'll use that for medications and all. But people bring us things all the time, and we appreciate their generosity and we take it. But sometimes it's like, well, we really don't have a place for this right now or can't use it, so it gets kind of put aside. And we want to start moving some of that stuff. We have a yard sale, normally one yard sale a year, and a lot of times people bring stuff now, and we have to store it and have the yard sale. But we want to do an online marketplace to start moving some of our donated items. Honestly,
great idea. Doug, we're going to have to go. Can you believe 30 minutes just went zoom by?
It flies. It really does.
Thanks, Doug.
Time flies when you're having fun. Every time I do this, I'm going, no, there's no way that's been 30 minutes. There's no way. And
it's gone with the wind. But thank you, Doug, so much for everything you and Wanda do for the community. We definitely appreciate it.
Hey, let's keep it going. Let's make it better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you, Doug. And thank you guys also for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Everybody have a great, great day.